Okay, let's go over MLA and APA citations because I'm seeing a lot of confusion in it, so I want to give some more explanation. So in MLA, and that's what we're going to do first, indirect quotation is merely paraphrasing. This is what everyone calls paraphrasing. It means taking something and putting it in your own words. You're not using it word for word. It does not have quotation marks, but it does have a citation at the end of it. The citation in MLA has two parts. It has an author last name and it has a location. Now, if there is not an author, use the article title in place of the author's name. So you still have two pieces of information. Author's last name, location, page or paragraph number. An example of an indirect quotation with a citation at the end of it in MLA. Many people struggle with MLA in college, but once you learn the elements, it becomes easier. Cooper, page 3. That's telling you that the person that wrote it, their last name was Cooper, and it was found on page 3 of the publication. Now, a direct quotation is taken word for word. It means you copied and pasted it exactly from the article, book, or wherever you got it. You put quotation marks around it, and it also has a citation at the end. An example, Ms. Cooper explained, quote, I have a quotation there, and then I have the two elements of the citation. I have the author's last name and location. Now, I think everybody got confused about the attribution statement. Attribution statement is just more information about what the author has published or their writing. So you can have all of this in there or just one or two pieces. The name of the article, the name of the website, magazine, book, the date it was published, the credentials of the author, and anything else. So an example would be Ms. Cooper, credentials, author of Writing in College, explained. Now, I could lengthen that attribution statement. It could be Ms. Cooper, author of the article Writing in College, that was published in such and such magazine on such and such date, and then go on. Or Ms. Cooper, instructor at TRC, that's my credentials. So that's all in addition that helps you further explain who the author is. Now, at the end of it, you still have the same thing in MLA. You have the author's last name and you have the location. Now, let's go on to APA. APA. Indirect quotation is the paraphrase. It's the same thing that it was up in MLA. Only thing that's different is the citation at the end. And APA has three pieces at the end of it. They have the author's last name, they have the date, and they have the location. The date becomes important in APA because it's in the research classes. And so the most recent research becomes more important. Here is an example. Cooper, 2025, page 5. An example of an indirect quotation with a citation in APA. Here it is, your example. Many people struggle with APA in college, but once you learn the elements, it becomes easier. Here's your three elements. Author, date, location. Now, a direct quotation, remember, it's word for word, copied and pasted. It has quotation marks around it. It has a citation at the end, but it's in APA. Ms. Cooper explained, quote, there's my quotation. Here's my three pieces. Author, date, location. Now, the attribution statement is what really confuses everyone. And the attribution statement, remember, it's the same in APA as it is for MLA. There is one difference. Notice here, Ms. Cooper, if I list the author's name in APA, immediately following it, I must have a date in parentheses, okay? Not anywhere else. It has to immediately follow the author's name. And most of the time, you don't even use a first name or a salutation, Mr., Mrs., you just use the last name. Cooper, author of Writing in College, explained that. And here's the quote, and then the three pieces of information. If you do your citations like this, they are complete and they will be correct. So remember, the attribution statement is different then the citation. Go back through and look at these citations. APA has 1, 2, 3 pieces. Author, date, location. Now, what happens if you get a citation and you don't have an author? So in MLA, you still have 2 pieces of information. So instead of the author's last name, you would have the article title, in quotation marks, and the location. In APA, you have 3 pieces of information. So you would have article title, you would have date, and you would have location. This is if no author. I really hope this helps you. There seems to be some confusion on this, and I apologize for it. I didn't write the class, and I didn't realize that it was going to be this confusing, but I do hope this helps you.